Hello, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a weekly television show called Team Chicago Challenge. The website is teamchicago.tv, teamchicago.tv. I'm out here at Sycamore Speedway. Now, Sycamore, Illinois is about 50 miles west of Chicago. This is the place where I raced my first motorcycle ever. They used to run every Saturday, motorcycle racing. Most of the people in the Chicago area, this is where you learn how to race, and then when you got your professional license, you went to Santa Fe Speedway. So tonight they got a short track going on. They got some big names. Dave Aldana from On Any Sunday, he's racing tonight. George Wills, an old friend of mine. So we're going to show some of the action of the motorcycle racing out here, and I'm also going to head over in the swap meet and see what's going on over there. So remember, website is teamchicago.tv, teamchicago.tv, and the political website is walkwithdan.com.
First race we're going to look at is the Dino class, dinosaur class. That's George Wills, number 20. He's on a WR tank ship, Harley Davidson. He's only got a 3-speed. Also in his class is Dino Roadie, but Dino Roadie's not up there. It's Bill Berger. Bill Berger's on that great-looking 250 BSA. He's running a classic 250 class. Right behind him is Bob Schmitt, and Bob Schmitt is on that 250 1966 Harley Davidson Sprint. But George Wills on that WR, using that outside line, has got the advantage over Bill Berger. But you got to point out that George Wills from Manhattan, Illinois, is running in the Dino class against Dino, whereas Bill Berger here is running against Bob Schmitt. Bob Schmitt is number 4. As we see Dino Roadie, that's right, from the American Pickers. The boys from American Pickers stopped by to visit Dino. As they come to the line, it is George Wills and Berger. And I had a chance to talk to George Wills. So let's go to that right now. George Wills from Manhattan, Illinois.
My name is George Wills. We're at Sycamore Racetrack. Haven't been here since 1970. I hope they keep doing it. The track is nice. There's a little water. AHRMA needs to keep things going so we can keep all these antique bikes running out here. I'm glad to be here. It's a really good track.
I am sorry about that bad video. As we see George Wills now running, now he's on his KR 750 side valve, Harley Davidson 750. And up front, that is Mikey Anderson. He's on a 500 Triumph, which is an overhead valve engine. This is what they raced in the 60s, in the 50s. 500 overhead valve. Whoa! George Wills just ran into the back of Mike Anderson. Let's look at this one more time. Let's slow it down. George gets a little bit in there, but he saves it, does not go down. Mike Anderson, George Wills, battling it out in this classic 500, 750 race. Look at it one more time, slow down. George Wills continues the battle, tries to get by Mike Anderson on the Triumph. It's a 500 Triumph, 750 Harley side valve. Also out there is Daniel Bear. He's on a Ducati 450, and Dino Roadie is on that Royal Enfield. As we look at Mike Anderson's beautiful Triumph 500 twin in a Sonic well frame, rigid tail frame. I had a chance to talk to this champion during the halftime break.
Mike Anderson, right, a 500 Sonic well Triumph, and it's good to be back here at Sycamore. It's been over 40 years since I raced here. It was fun then, and it's fun today. So Triumph's working good. We had a good heat race, and hope we can continue to grow from there.
Yes, Mike Anderson was quite a champion. Back in 1969, he won most of the final events with Badger Racing, running in the Midwest. And then he went out to Ascot Park in California, became the first non-California rider to win a final event. And now we're looking at Dave Aldana up front. Here's a guy that cut his teeth out in California on Ascot Park. He was the star of the movie On Any Sunday. In 1970, he was almost the national champ. as we see him battling out here with Steve Brinker. Number 90 comes by, that's Swain London from Georgia, and he is on a Honda. 27 is Dino Roadie, the star of American Pickers. He's got a great collection of motorcycles in Georgia. As we see Dave Aldana going on to pick up the win in the super senior class. Second place, Steve Brinker. Earlier, I had a chance to talk to Dave Aldana, a friend of mine, a guy I met road racing, and he was an expert go-fast racer when I was just a novice.
Hi, my name is David Aldana. I'm at Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here enjoying myself at Sycamore, Illinois Raceway. Today we're riding on a quarter-mile short track, which is semi-banked, and it has a little bit of a cushion on the very top. It can be slippery if it's not too dry. But we've run the heat races so far today, and looking forward to getting the main events and having just as successful results there as we did in the heat races. And I just want to say thank you to all the people that have come out to the races and watched us perform. It's nice to come back to the area I used to race 40 years ago. It brings back a lot of nostalgic memories, which some I can share with people and some I can't. So I'll keep those for another time. But enjoy the races. Bye.
And now we're looking at the 750 Sportsman race. Up front on that champion frame Yamaha is Roger Johnson from Princeton, Illinois. Daniel Bear, he's from Elmwood, Indiana. He's on the 57 VSA, number 1. He is battling with Ken Rotman from Winthrop Harbor, Illinois, on a 71 VSA. 750s, 650s twins battling out here on the short track. I should point out, back in those days, the big bikes did not run on short tracks. All the short tracks were with 250s, mostly two-strokes. But this is a good event. 750 Sportsman picking up the championship and the win is Roger Johnson from Princeton, Illinois. Daniel Bear was second. And now we're going to see a 1913 Harley-Davidson board track racer doing a couple laps for the spectators that came out to see this great motorcycle racing. This may be one of the oldest motorcycles ever to run on Sycamore Speedway. And as we get to the end of this clip, we're going to talk to the promoter of this event, Tommy Rotto from Chicago.
Tommy's been putting this together, the idea of a swap meet, motorcycle race. Now we got some vintage stock cars. So tell me all about it.
What did you think about some of the racers that came out?
Well, Dave Aldana is an old friend of mine. And if you go talk to him, he tells everybody known me for 40 years. But he's the star of On Any Sunday. He's the genuine, go fast, superstar motorcycle racer. You got him here.
Oh, yeah.
George Wills, a local guy. In fact, I bought my drive from George Wills. The genuine AHRMA star. So this was a great event.
Yes.
Next year, next time, maybe we'll get some more riders,
Oh, yeah.
more people. But every time it's a good deal.
It's all the time. Plus, you got to remember, we've had the hottest weather.
Oh, the worst.
Since what? Think about it. 1911, we had hot weather. We had to bring out a 1913 board track Indian racer to try
Right.
to compete with that hot weather.
Right.
Okay, the bike's almost 100 years old,
Right.
and the weather was 100 degrees plus.
Right.
So, I mean, that we were fighting all that there.
Right.
Thank you, Tommy. Next year I'll give him a hand to get a better, bigger program going. And now we're looking at some of the vintage stock cars. Look at this really great looking 1959 Oldsmobile chopped down. Look at that car. It looks beautiful, that orange 59 Oldsmobile. I'm sure he doesn't want to do any fender banging, doesn't want to break them fins. But what a great looking car. He battles with a Camaro. There's another Camaro behind him. This is part of the action. Sycamore Speedway. For more information, go to AHRMA. It's AHRMA, AHRMA.org. Sycamore Speedway is sycamorespeedway.com. Don't forget, TeamChicago.tv, WalkWithDan.com, the political site. Thanks for tuning in. You check out the action. Whoa, the Camaro spins. And the Olds is in the lead.